What is up, guys? This is Alex, your coach of the Toronto Star Raptors, here with my Week 7 team builder against Titletown Tyrantrums, coached by Adam. After a pretty terrible loss last week, I really want to pick up a win this week, and we are going to have our work cut out for us because this man has a threatening team. Mega Pincer is a monster. It destroys my team. It is definitely coming. I need to find ways around it. Mew can be anything, so of course he's probably going to bring it. Entei, Milotic walls my Entei really well, so I do expect to see Milotic. Galvantula sets up sticky webs, which could be a problem for me, seeing as I do not rock hazard removal on this team, so I do have to play around that cleverly. Mind Shao is a good mon. It's fast. I'm not really expecting it that much. The Noivern can do a fair bit to my team, but I do think, again, I have the walls I need to stop it, so who knows if we'll bring it. Steelix can threaten my team, but I also have a lot of things that hit it really hard, so you can see I'm not rocking Earth Power on Diancie, which I'll get to in a second. I'm hoping he doesn't bring Steelix just because, I do have my Sock and my Entei, which do kind of handle it. And then I also have other mons that can take it out, so I'm hoping he doesn't bring it. He's only brought it once, hoping he doesn't make a return. The Rose Raid is a problem, just because with Technician it basically has the best coverage of any mon that any mon can have, so I do have to watch out for that. Skirmery is a great defensive wall. And because of that, he does have to run Defog. He doesn't have a spinner. So I'm kind of hoping that if I pressure him with my hazards, he will be forced to remove his own in case he does bring Sticky Web, because speed is a problem for my team. Slurpuff is Thug Kick. No one fucks with Thug Kick. And last up, he has the Frost Lass, which is kind of scary, but I'm not too worried about it. So anyway, I'm going to jump into my team real quick. First up, you can see that I'm rocking Mega Diancie with not a Hasty Nature. Don't know why I have that. With a Naive Nature. Rocking Diamond Storm, Protect, Moonblast, and Psyshock. Psyshock is because of the Rose Raid. Rose Raid, I think, is probably one of the best things he has to counter my Diancie. He does have the Mega Pincer, which can learn Close Combat, or EQ, and Close Combat. But I do outspeed him, and his quick attack does nothing to me. So I do suspect Rose Raid as his main check to it. Nothing. I mean, he could rock a Mew with Flash Cannon, but I can do big damage to that with my attacks. I originally had Earth Power on the set as an Earth Power Rex Steelix, but I just felt it was really important for me to be guaranteed to get up my speed. Because again, speed is important here. My team is kind of based around the fact that I can come in and hit his things harder than before he has a chance to hit me. So I'm really going to have to use Magic Bounce to my advantage, and I can't let him get up Sticky Webs. If I see that Galvantula, I have to leave with Beyonce, because I can't let him ever get those Sticky Webs up at any point in the match. Next up, we have our Registeel, the Colossus. Colossus Registeel, rocking Clear Body with Leftovers, Stealth Counter, Rock Slide, and Iron Head, max defense. This is my main Mega Pincer check. He has to rock. He's going to be rocking Return. He's probably going to be rocking Quick Attack. And then he has to rock. He's probably going to rock Sword Stance, just because I do have mons that he can set up on. And then he could rock Earthquake and Close Combat, but he'll most likely choose one or the other. Especially since X-Scissor actually puts in a lot of work against my team. So that would actually be a good bring for him. So I don't think he's going to bring both. I think, I have enough Levitate mons that he's probably going to go for the Close Combat. And the thought process here is I can switch this thing in on one attack, and then as long as he doesn't get max rolls both times, I can kill it with a counter. And so that's kind of the plan. This is the only thing on my team that can take attacks from Mega Pincer. So I have to use it accordingly. I can't let this thing go down before Mega Pinsir. So I really have to play cautiously with it. Next up we have Mufasa the Entei, rocking Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, and Toxic. Toxic is because of the Milotic. It will, if he brings it, which he probably will, it will almost always be a switch in to Entei. And once I get the Toxic on it, its Marvel Scale will activate, so it will be super defensive, but Entei's not going to be the thing I use against it anyway. It might also catch a Sacred Fire, maybe get a burn. I'm going to hope for the Toxic. I'm going to have to play smart with that. Extreme Speed is another answer for Pinsir, especially if it has prior damage, especially if it's taken Stealth Rock's damage. Extreme Speed comes in. It has more priority than Quick Attack. I think it has the same priority as Feint, but if he runs Feint, that has even less power, so it does less to my team, so that'll be a blessing. I also don't know if he knows about Feint. He probably does. Adam's a really smart guy. You can see my IVs are a little wonky. I have enough speed to outspeed a modest Milotic, or timid Milotic, sorry. So if he brings an offensive one, just because I don't like to play around with speed ties. I have to run Adamant because I'm running the Extreme Speed. So no matter what, at best, if it's a modest Mew, I tie with it. And I don't have a chance of outspeeding a timid Roserade. So this is the fastest thing I can reasonably outspeed without tying. If I'm going to tie, I'd rather just put the extra HP into bulk. So you can see I have 36 IVs in health again to give me the odd number, and then the last 8 are just dumped into the defenses just so they're not wasted. And what? You don't have a nature. I don't know why. It's a good thing I checked this before the battle, although it wouldn't have let me brought it. Anyway, and I'm rocking the Assault Vest this week to kind of take more special hints. I can switch this thing on a Roserade. I can switch it in on a Galvantula or a Noivern and take the hit. I might change it to Expert Belt or something like that. I'm not super in love with the Assault Vest at this moment, but I couldn't think of anything better to bring because I don't want to band myself this week, especially since I'm running Toxic. I need to be able to switch with my moves, and Assault Vest just gave me the bulk I thought could be beneficial. Next up, we have Blue, the Choice Scarf Sock, as always, rocking Mold Breaker this week because I can go past 30s. And Marvel Scale, actually, which is good. Rocking Close Combat, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Poison Jab. Poison Jab is just for Slurpuff because I can't let that thing set up on me. At +2, this thing, yeah, totally outspeeds me. I can't do anything to it. So I really need to kill it before it kills me. I'm not really expecting it, and I might actually drop it for knockoff if that's the case, but it also hits the Roserade. And it gives me the chance to get residual poisons on certain things. I switched Close Combat. I originally had Knockoff. I switched it for Close Combat because I was worried about Steelix once I took Earth Power off of Diancie. I have the Sacred Fire on Mufasa, but it is a physical wall, so even if it gets burned, it's still problematic. And I have Latias there, but I was just a little worried about it. Ice Punch doesn't do all that much because it is neutral. I'd rather get the Close Combat and do massive damage, and Close Combat still does damage to a lot of his mons. I might switch that out for Knockoff because his Frostwasp kind of walls me at that point, but we'll see. I'm running enough speed, so I believe I outspeed a Noivern, a timid Noivern. 214. I outspeed a Scarfed Modest Roserade, if I am correct there. Yes, I do, which is something I'm worried about, because an offensive Roserade, again, does put in the work against my team, so that's the fastest thing I can reasonably do. Rest dumped into HP, and just max attack. Next up we have Egret, the Sneasel, rocking Focus Sash Pickpocket, because once that Focus Sash pops, I might be able to steal an item, which might benefit someone at some point. Rocking the Ice Shard as a last ditch for Pincer, Icicle Crash for stab, Knockoff for stab, and Poison Jab again for the Slurpuff. Again, I was gonna switch it for low kick, but even a low kick on a Steelix does max 40%. Doesn't really do that much. And this isn't gonna be my answer to Steelix anyway. With this investment, I outspeed a modest Noivern, which is the fastest thing I can outspeed, or sorry, a timid Frostlass. My mistake. Timid Frostlass is the fastest thing I can outspeed. If it's basically the plan for this thing is if all else fails, and I don't have anything else I can do to the Mega Pinsir, I come in, launch the Icicle Crash, take it out. If I don't take it out, I use Ice Shard, and because I'm faster than it, my priority goes first, and I will take out the Pinsir. As you can tell, Pinsir is a huge threat to my team, so I really have to prepare accordingly for it. Last up, we have Air Canada, the Latias. I'm rocking a specially defensive set this week. Draco Meteor, Roost, Ice Beam, and T-Bolt. Root is just for longevity. Draco, if he brings the Noivern as specs, Noivern does not have the power to kill me, and then I do have the power to kill him with the Draco Meteor or the Ice Beam. Ice Beam and Thunderbolt is mostly for the Milotic, and also the Pinsir. Ice Beam is so I'm not completely walled by Steelix. I originally had Psyshock on here, but Ice Beam still puts in the work against Roserade, so I didn't think it was worth it, because otherwise I'm completely walled by Steelix. And although I'm not super confident that the Steelix is coming, I don't want to. I need to prepare for the instance that it does, and it still does like 60 to 70% on a Roserade, so if it has prior damage, it's taking it out. And that is the team this week. I personally feel like I have a really bad matchup, or maybe I'm just not building well. Maybe Battling Crazy has dethroned me, and I'm completely off my team building game now. But I think this is the best thing I can bring. I think I just have a really bad matchup, so we're going to do our best to go 6-1. Adam is a really good battler, so we might go down to 5-2, but anyway, we will find out on game day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.